Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Gemini for the week of October 3rd. Now do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go and take a look at what we have here for you, Gemini. Now I'm using the Tarot Muka, the Ethereal Visions Tarot, as well as the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. Right, make sure we're all set up and in view. Get right into it. Do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you. All right, we'll take 1, 2, 3 of these oracle cards. We'll put those there. All right, good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands can speak to the fact that some of you may be, carrying a burden right now when you get this card. Ten of Wands is an interesting energy because on one hand, it says you've completed something. Okay, you've gotten to the end of the Suit of Wands, which is connected to work, career, inspiration, passion. But on the other hand, it says that it feels like there's more to do when you get the Ten of Wands. It's like, yeah, you've completed one, or like maybe even the final leg of something, but it's like, it doesn't feel like it's over. That's the Ten of Wands. The thing is, with this card, it means that you've picked up quite a bit of experiences, okay? You have a lot of knowledge, you've gained a lot of experiences along your journey, along the destination, and you can use this knowledge and these experiences to really help you as you go forward in life. So there are definitely positives to this card, just like any other tarot card. But let's go ahead and let's unpack this here some more. So in the overall situation, you do have this Knight of Pentacles. So this middle card is important. It's the overall message, but it also informs the rest of the cards. And this Knight of Pentacles is about results, okay? This is a card that everybody wants to see because it says that, your results could be on the way. And this is not like, oh, I won the lottery. No, this is like, oh, I've been grinding at something for weeks, months, a year. And here it is. Like, the culmination of my hard work is here. Remember that knights can represent events in the tarot. And this one in particular has elements of hard work. Dependability is a big thing with the Knight of Pentacles. Like, you probably won't flake. You're probably not somebody who flakes if you have like a meeting, or if you have to hit a quota, like you'll hit the quota with the Knight of Pentacles, like all of these sorts of things. It's also power. Think about horse power, right? You see the horse here associated with the energy of power as well, and your ability to be a workhorse in whatever it is that you're doing. And so you definitely like to see the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you getting results here, and the results that are coming in could really, this could really change your situation as you have the Death card below it. We'll talk more about the Death card as we go along, but this could really maybe shift something up for you. Oh, it's so interesting. You have the Death and the Hanging Man here next to each other, which is a very interesting combination. So yeah. Now in the past, you have the World, King of Swords, and you also have the Star card. I felt like saying Aquarius right away here, because the Star card is Aquarius energy. The King of Swords could be a Libra, but it could also be like any air sign as well. So some of you, there's a lot of air. Obviously you're a Gemini, but there's a lot of air here in the past. And some of you might be going through a Saturn return in a sense. Or I should say that this is maybe something that you've been going through, because this is showing up in the past. Now, if you are somewhere between the ages of, like, call it 26 and 30, and then call it 56 and 60, and then if you're still watching this, good for you, 87 and 90. If you're still watching this and you're on that Saturn return, you've unlocked the cheat codes. But the thing is here, some of you maybe have been going through like some Saturnian themes, okay? And so what does that mean? Well, these are bigger waves in our life. Saturn is a slow-moving planet. The world is the Saturn card. It's a slow-moving planet, which means with each move, it brings deeper changes, right? The energy, the gravity that Saturn has as a planet is greater, I think. I'm just using, I don't know, I'm not an astronomer, but the idea is that the energies have more gravity to them. They're deeper energies when you have, I'm assuming it has a high center of gravity, but anyway. Getting back to tarot, you have some sort of Saturn energy here. There are like Saturnian themes that have been playing out here for you. Because of all this air energy, Saturn is currently in Aquarius. I know this, my Saturn is, I believe, I'm pretty certain, my Saturn is in Aquarius. I've just had my Saturn return recently. And am I right? Yes, Saturn is in Aquarius, yes, okay. And so, I think that for some of you, just like with all of this energy, I think I'm talking to Saturn and Aquarius people. I'm kind of rambling here, but I think that this has been something that's very important to you. If you've not looked up Saturn and Aquarius, what I would do is, since I feel very called to talk about this, what I would do is, if I were you, I would Google what Saturn and Aquarius means, what the Saturn return means as well. I would really look up those themes, and then if you have your natal chart, that is, if you have your time of birth, look at what house Saturn is in your chart. You need to have your time of birth for that, but there could be a clue here. The star is a wish come true or a wish being granted to you. It does feel like this lower row is very important here with the star, the death card, and the hanging man here on the lower row. This is something that you can't see or something that's been hidden for you for some time. It's also something connected to dreams and your dream world. I think some of you are like really having a transformation come in here. In the current situation, you have the Queen of Swords, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and you also have the Death card. So more air energy here with the Queen of Swords. This could be you, you could be the King of Swords. I do realize I'm talking to Geminis. I think some of you, but I think if I confused you in this last part, I'm sorry. I do realize I'm talking to Geminis. If I called you Aquarius, I'm sorry. That's my bad, my apologies. But I'm saying we have Saturn in Aquarius. I know I'm talking to Geminis, but there's like a lot of air energy here. There's some sort of like energy with the air signs right now that's going on. Could be all of the Mercury stuff happening here, but anyway, this could be you here. You could also be dealing with Libras and Aquariuses and fellow Geminis in your life right now. This could be something that is like there's like a lot going on with those signs, with that energy, with the characteristics associated with that energy. And maybe that all connects back to Saturn as well in some ways. Now, bringing in a different message. So the Queen of Swords may say that you have a deep focus on something in your life. Like you have an ability to really hone in on something in your life. And this is connected, I think, for some of you with results in your career or maybe even financially with the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles showing up. But along with that, you have this big energy of transformation here, which is showing up as the Death card. And, these results could really take you into a new phase of your life, a new zone of your life. I think that these are bigger themes that have been playing out. Again, really feeling called to the Saturn energy here. For many of you, I think that these are themes connected to air, the qualities of air, and I mean that in the zodiacal sense, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And, I think that these are very important themes for you. And I also think that there's some sort of, maybe some of you are waiting on results. And what I would say, if you're waiting on results, keep working hard, okay? Keep working hard because, you shouldn't spend the time waiting, doing nothing. That's what I will say. Now, in the future, you have the Queen of Wands, the Devil card, and the Hanging Man. So the thing is here, in the future, some of you really need to make a decision and stick with it. Some of you are in analysis paralysis right now, okay? Gonna be totally real with you. Some of you are in analysis paralysis, and the reason is that you have the Devil and the Hanging Man here together. If there was ever a combination of analysis paralysis, this would be it. The Devil is a shadow. It's something that we need to work through. It can be a negative energy, or it can just be a toxic energy in our life. And the Hanging Man is somebody who is literally in between worlds, okay? They are literally hanging on here to something. They're clinging on to something in their life. And what the Hanging Man really needs is the card that's next to it, which is the Death card. The Death card brings a transformation. The Hanging Man desperately needs a transformation in their life, because right now it's like, you know, things are going okay for them, but they're not improving. They're just kind of staying where they are. They're hanging out, so to speak. And so I do think that maybe some of you here, this is coming in for you as well, could be connected to this Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands says that you can attract many things into your life at this time, but you must be authentic, okay? Don't try to attract something other people want, okay? Don't try to attract things that other people say that you need, like, oh, Gemini, you need this, you need that. No, you should be attracting the things that are authentically resonating with you, because you can attract, right? Whether you're attracting the right thing or the wrong thing, you're still attracting. And so, I think that for some of you, this is about, I almost get the sense that if you stay where you are, you're going to attract the wrong thing. And if you take this leap, if you cut the cable that you're suspended by, if you embrace the free fall, some of you here are attracting a really nice thing. Let's go and take a look at what is in these oracle cards. You actually have 4 here showing up. Okay. So you have Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. You have that with Spring, see your seeds grow. Shaman, trust in higher forces, as well as Guardian Angel. You are not alone. Definitely big energy of protection here, especially with this Broken Arrow. But, for some of you here, there's a big, big, big message around you being protected, and I think also you protecting your energy, protecting your own energy. And I think that this is something that is pretty heavy here, especially because I think some of you have been going through bigger life changes with the Saturn energy that's been showing up. Let's go and take a look at the clarifications. Now, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does help my channel, and I do really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. So you have the Emperor, the Fool, and you have the 3 of Swords. All right, so if you are dealing with a fire sign, although I think that there's heavy air sign here, energy. If you are dealing with a fire sign, it would be probably an Aries with the Emperor and the Queen of Wands in the corners. Could have Aries energy. The Emperor and the Fool is telling you that you have a big new beginning in your business life or in your career life here. But with the 3 of Swords influence, you have to separate from something. There's this message here of you embracing a transformation and or separating from something in your life. I don't know if this is another person, certainly could be, as you have all of these people cards showing up, plus the 3 of Swords indicates divorce, separation, breakup, maybe from an Aquarius in the past here for some of you, because this is connected to the Star card here. The Star card is under the 3 of Swords right here. And you've gotten a new beginning as a result of this. You've maybe separated from somebody and completely changed your situation, or you can actually see it happening. This could have also been connected to a Saturn type theme. You have the Well, which is an oracle card in this tarot deck. You have the King of Cups, and you have the Ace of Cups. Let's get a message on that Well card. So the Well card is this sort of idea of allowing energy to flow in your life, or even just connecting with like psychic energies as you think about like a pool of water. Now this is connected here with the Lovers. That is you. The Lovers is the Gemini card, okay? And what else do I get from this Well card? It's also like, I think co-creating with the universe here as well. I think some of you here are just making something new. It is possible that some of you have a love interest here with the Lovers and the King of Cups. King of Cups could be a water sign, but this could also just be somebody who's seen as a good partner. In the tarot, I don't attach gender to my cards, so this could be any gender. And this is somebody who's, like has a high EQ, really can hear you and listen to you at the same time and understand you emotionally. Then you have that Ace of Pentacles, which can say that you're starting something new. It's typically seed energy, like you're starting something new in your financial life, which with the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, you know, I do think that there are results for some of you here. If you're single, there could be a love interest here. You have the Four of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Page of Wands showing up here. So the Four of Cups is asking you to be careful that you don't miss out on an opportunity. And there certainly is one here with the Page of Wands and the Knight of Swords coming in quickly. Yeah, but remember, you have to make sure that you're not hanging on here in this last row. There was this big message here of you maybe potentially hanging on to something that you maybe need to really let go of. And so as you let go, you also maybe put yourself in a position to not miss this opportunity, because there's definitely one coming in here. So love this reading for you. You do have the Artist on the bottom, which is the other oracle card. This says that you can co-create with the universe here. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading.